Vatican Leaks Scandal. The Vatican Leaks Scandal, or VatiLeaks, shook the Catholic Church to its core when letters between Pope Benedict XVI and his personal secretary were leaked. These documents exposed shocking tales of financial corruption, including instances of bribery and blackmail. The revelations intensified when it was disclosed that church outsiders had exploited homosexual clergy members for leverage. Italian journalist Gianluigi Nuzzi's book, His Holiness, The Secret Papers of Benedict XVI, brought these issues to the forefront of public consciousness. An internal Vatican investigation deepened the controversy, unveiling systemic corruption. Ultimately, Pope Benedict XVI made the unprecedented decision to resign in February 2013, marking the first papal resignation in nearly 600 years. This scandal not only tarnished the Vatican's reputation, but also highlighted the urgent need for transparency. It remains one of the most significant moments of upheaval in modern church history. Boston Sexual Abuse Scandal. The Boston Sexual Abuse Scandal, uncovered by the Boston Globe in 2002, remains one of the darkest chapters in Catholic Church history. Investigative reporting revealed decades of abuse by priests within the Archdiocese of Boston, with victims sharing heartbreaking accounts of exploitation. The revelations also exposed the Church's efforts to cover up these crimes, reassigning predatory priests instead of holding them accountable. This systemic failure spurred widespread outrage and led to a cascade of additional allegations worldwide. The scandal prompted reforms and a reckoning for the Church, though critics argue much remains to be done. The case inspired the film Spotlight, which brought renewed attention to the survivors' stories. It underscored the importance of journalistic integrity in uncovering institutional abuse. Today, it remains a symbol of the fight for justice and transparency in religious institutions. Mount Cashel Orphanage Child Abuse Scandal. The Mount Cashel Orphanage scandal in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada, revealed the harrowing abuse of over 300 children by staff members, operated by the Christian Brothers of Ireland in Canada. The orphanage became synonymous with pain and betrayal. The abuse spanned decades, starting in the 1950s, and was covered up by religious and local authorities who paid off victims to maintain secrecy. The revelations ultimately led to the orphanage's closure in 1990 and left an indelible scar on Canadian history. Survivors courageously came forward, demanding accountability and justice for the atrocities they endured. This scandal remains one of the largest and most shocking cases of institutional abuse in Canada. It also raised awareness about the broader issue of abuse within religious organizations. Efforts to support survivors continue, ensuring their voices are heard and respected. Jimmy Swaggart Sex Scandal. Jimmy Swaggart, a renowned televangelist in the 1980s, faced a career-defining scandal involving a prostitute. This Pentecostal minister, associated with the Assemblies of God, was stripped of his credentials and faced public disgrace. Swaggart's emotional televised confession in 1988 became an iconic moment, drawing millions of viewers. The scandal was especially impactful given his prior status as a vocal critic of immorality. Despite his attempts to rehabilitate his image, his credibility suffered greatly. The incident highlighted the vulnerabilities of high-profile religious figures. It also sparked debates about accountability within televangelism. Swaggart's story remains a cautionary tale about the dangers of hypocrisy in religious leadership. Bishop Eddie Long Sex Scandal. Bishop Eddie Long of the New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Georgia was accused in 2010 of coercing young male parishioners into sexual relationships. These allegations were particularly shocking given Long's vocal opposition to same-sex marriage and LGBTQ+ rights. The plaintiffs claimed Long used gifts and lavish trips to manipulate them, filing lawsuits that rocked his congregation. Long denied the accusations, eventually settling out of court under confidential terms. The scandal exposed the complex dynamics of power, trust, and exploitation within religious communities. Many congregants were left grappling with feelings of betrayal and disillusionment. Long's once sterling reputation was irreparably damaged. This case remains a significant example of the abuse of authority in religious institutions. Gilbert Deya Child Trafficking Scandal. Gilbert Deya, a Kenyan evangelist based in the UK, was embroiled in controversy over fraudulent and exploitative practices. His ministry falsely promised infertile couples miracle babies, which were later discovered to be stolen from hospitals in Nairobi. Deya and his wife, Mary, faced child trafficking and abduction charges that shocked the public. Further allegations included his claims that olive oil sold by his ministry could cure cancer and HIV. Mary Deya was arrested in 2004, and Gilbert Deya followed 2 years later. The scandal underscored the devastating consequences of exploiting vulnerable individuals' faith and desperation. Deya's actions cast a dark shadow over religious ministries. His case serves as a stark reminder of the need for vigilance against predatory practices. Mother Teresa Charity Scandal. Mother Teresa, celebrated for her humanitarian work, faced criticism over her charity's operations and motivations. Some accused her of prioritizing religious conversions over providing genuine aid to the suffering. Journalist Christopher Hitchens alleged that she glorified suffering rather than alleviating it. Additional concerns were raised about the misuse of funds and inadequate medical care provided by her missionaries of charity. Despite these criticisms, the Vatican canonized her as a saint in 2016. Supporters argue her legacy of compassion outweighs these controversies. The scandal highlighted the complexities of public perception and accountability in humanitarian work. Mother Teresa remains a polarizing figure in discussions about global charity and religious missions. MetzitzahBPeh Herpes scandal. The Jewish circumcision ritual, MetzitzahBPeh, became controversial in the early 2000s due to health risks associated with the practice. The ritual involves a mohel, orally suctioning blood from the circumcision wound, which critics claim transmitted herpes to infants. Cases in Israel and New York City prompted public health interventions. Authorities required parental consent forms, acknowledging the risks before proceeding with the ritual. The scandal ignited debates over religious freedom versus public health concerns. It also highlighted the challenges of balancing tradition with modern medical practices. The controversy remains unresolved in some communities, reflecting broader tensions between faith and regulation. Jim and Tammy Faye Bakker. Scandals. Jim and Tammy Faye Bakker, televangelists behind the PTL Club, faced scandals involving fraud and sexual misconduct. Jim was accused of raping church secretary Jessica Hahn, a claim that garnered significant media attention. Additionally, the couple was implicated in misusing donations meant for their Heritage USA theme park. Instead of fulfilling promises, they allegedly pocketed excess funds for personal gain. Jim Bakker was sentenced to 45 years in prison but served only 5. Meanwhile, Tammy Faye divorced him during his incarceration. The scandals epitomized the greed and corruption often associated with televangelism's excesses. Their story remains a cautionary tale of unchecked power in religious enterprises. Creflo Dollar's jet and domestic violence scandals. Creflo Dollar, an Atlanta-based televangelist, faced backlash in 2014 for soliciting $60 million to buy a Gulfstream jet for his ministry. Critics condemned the extravagance, questioning its alignment with Christian values. Earlier, in 2012, Dollar was accused of choking and striking his teenage daughter during an argument. Though he denied the allegations, the incident resulted in his arrest and required completion of an anger management program. The scandal highlighted the tension between prosperity preaching and moral accountability. Dollar's lavish lifestyle drew ongoing scrutiny from the public and media alike. His ministry remains controversial for its opulent image. The case underscores the potential disconnect between religious teachings and leadership practices. Hillsong Church financial scandal. Hillsong Church, a globally recognized megachurch, faced intense scrutiny over alleged financial misconduct. Reports revealed misuse of church funds for lavish personal expenses, including luxury vacations and high-end fashion. Several former members accused church leaders of prioritizing wealth and celebrity status over spiritual teachings. The revelations sparked widespread criticism and led to a significant decline in membership. Hillsong's financial scandal serves as a cautionary tale about accountability within large religious organizations. Scientology labor and abuse allegations. The Church of Scientology has long been criticized for its treatment of members, particularly those within its elite Sea Org. Allegations include forced labor, physical and emotional abuse, and extensive surveillance. Former members have spoken out about being coerced into signing lifelong contracts, enduring grueling work conditions, and being punished for dissent. The church denies these claims, but the accusations have sparked investigations and widespread condemnation. The controversy continues to tarnish the church's public image, raising questions about its practices and accountability. This channel reached monetization organically in about 4 months. With the right strategy, you could achieve the same, or even faster, in just 30 days. Find more details in the description or the pinned comment. Thanks for watching our breakdown of the top religious scandals. If you're fascinated by the deeper, hidden meanings behind symbols and numbers, don't miss our next video, Every Occult and Sacred Number Explained. We'll explore the mysteries of numbers, from ancient beliefs to modern interpretations. Make sure to check it out and subscribe for more insightful content.